Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Alright, let's get back into it. So, I figured out why I was missing some armor that I am really happy that I figured out how to get it back. The Grey Warden Runic armor. It's a mod that I have installed. And it just looks amazing. Look at that armor. Doesn't it look amazing? And it's made out of the very best material on the game. Star metal. Blade of the Fallen. Yeah, there we go. Aha. And then Alistair. You get your own set as well. Oops. Yeah. And then you get Blight Blood. Sweet. But yeah, to get that armor, what I had to do was I basically had to cheat and use the console to add the items to my inventory, which sucked. But look at that, man. Doesn't it just look like such a great armor? It's so beautiful. And it's the very best armor that you can possibly get. Here you are, Azrin. You can have... Oh man, not high enough strength. Dang it. So this could totally be Azrin's thing. The dual wielding. Sten, you get the Dance of Death. Sweet. Oh, and then also Sten gets armor. Let's see here, what's more? 3.15, 3.75. .63, 3.13. Okay, so the Warden Commander stuff is better. Okay. Cool. And then we can save. There's one more companion we still have to get that we haven't gotten yet. And we'll save the dragon armor for him.
I can do for you? Please tell me. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Okay, that can be sold. Actually, wait, let me,
Enchantment? Enchantment!
Yeah, so I want to enchant my stuff here. There we go. And then the twin blades. There we go. Alistair. Okay, there we go. I think that's good.
Are you sure I can't interest you? I'm
Sell that, sell that. I don't think we need this anymore. And then we can sell this, sell that, sell that, sell that. Okay. We can sell that back. Okay, sweet. don't need to talk to Shale. Did we talk to Zevran?
I've a question, if I may.
Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity.
You could go if you wanted.
Could I? And what if I didn't wish to leave?
I could always use a friend.
Indeed. I might even be glad to call myself such, come to think of it. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
Yes.
What say you?
Can you teach others to be an assassin?
I could teach others, but not yourself. First, I would need someone who has training as a rogue. That is, unless you would care to spend the years it takes to gain the fundamentals. But if there should be such a person who desires this training, yes, by all means, send them to me. The crows are already furious, no? I shall enjoy tweaking their nose further.
Yay.
What say you?
Do you stare at everyone like that?
Not everyone, but a beautiful woman like yourself. Why not? I'm sure you draw many stares from men and even other women. Does this bother you?
Not really, no.
But you would prefer I desisted, perhaps. It would be difficult traveling as we do in close proximity, but I am nothing if not a gentleman.
Yes, I'd prefer you stopped. Let's
Your
not.
wish is my command. Now that that is out of the way, shall we move on? With my eyes fastened elsewhere, I assure you.
Aw. We lost points with Zevran. It's okay, we'll get him back. We'll win him back over.
What say you?
Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
Why did you want to leave the crows exactly?
Well now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin, after all, is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
You didn't choose to join the crows?
To be truthful, I didn't even know the crows existed when I joined them. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased, for 3 sovereigns, I'm told, which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The crows buy all their assassins that way, buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder, and if you do poorly in your training, you die.
That sounds awful. That really does sound very awful.
Oh, I don't know about that. The crows who are actually good enough to survive come to enjoy some of the benefits. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth, gets you women, and men, or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
I think I understand.
As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
I'm happy to have you along.
And here I am, happy to be had. Isn't it wonderful how things work out that way? Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so.
Yay, see, we won back over.
What say you?
Can I answer some
By all
questions?
means.
Do you actually enjoy being an assassin?
And why not? There are many things to enjoy about being a crow in Antiva. You are respected, you are feared, the authorities go out of their way to overlook your trespasses, even the rewards are nothing to turn your nose up at. As for the killing part, well, some people simply need assassinating. Or do you disagree?
You've never killed an innocent?
Now there's an interesting word, innocent. How many men do you know who can claim to be truly innocent? But if you're talking generalities, such as children and relatives and bystanders and such, never on purpose. But it happens. It's unfortunate, but death comes to us all. If not me, then some wasting disease, or a fall down the stairs, or at the hands of a darkspawn. It's all relative in the end.
That's a very practical attitude.
Death happens, as we like to say, and when I get paid for it, death happens more often. As far as enjoying the act of killing itself, why not? There is a certain artistry to the deed, the pleasure of sinking your blade into their flesh and knowing that their life is in your hands.
I know what you mean. Just like Morrigan, I'm gonna be agreeable, even though I don't agree. I'm going against my own morals here as a human being in the real world.
There are many things I did not enjoy about being a crow, of course. Having no choice, being treated as an expendable commodity, the rules, oh, so many rules. But simply being an assassin, I like it just fine. I will continue to do it if I can, even if I am not a crow. Honestly, could you picture me doing something else?
No, I suppose not.
Somehow that sounds less complimentary than I had anticipated. Of course, all these thoughts are moot. Chances are still good that you and I will perish, eaten by darkspawn or slain by the crows at some point. Very gruesomely, I imagine. But it is pleasant enough to chat about. Come, let's move on while our boots still have some wear in them.
Yeah. Major dexterity. Sweet. Let me see. How many points do I have with him anyways? Zevlin. 76. Alright, we need more.
What say you?
Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
So tell me about your adventures.
My adventures? I'm hardly an old man just returned from across the ocean, am I? Should I shake my fist at nearby children while I talk about the good old days?
You certainly talk like you've had adventures.
Falling down a flight of stairs is an adventure. Falling into someone's bed, also an adventure. I am assuming what you're looking for are professional anecdotes. Let's see, my second mission ever for the Crows was a bit intriguing. I was sent to kill a mage who had been meddling in politics.
The Crows were willing to anger the Circle Manager?
In Antiva, nobody is too important to escape the reach of the Crows. They've killed kings and queens. That is simply how it is. As it turned out, the mage in question was quite a delightful young woman. Long, divine legs, as I recall. I caught her in a carriage on her way to escape to the provinces. After I killed her guard, she got down on her hands and knees and begged for her life. Rather aptly, I might add. So I joined her in the carriage for the night and left the next morning.
And she didn't try to kill you?
Well, yes, twice, actually. Then she decided to try and use me instead. The woman had actually convinced me to speak to the Crows on her behalf. What can I say? I was young and foolish at the time. Then, as I was kissing her goodbye to return to Antiva City, she slipped on the threshold and fell backwards out of the carriage. Broke her neck. Shame, really, but at least it happened quickly.
Were you upset?
At first, yes. Well, not upset. Surprised is really a better word. Then I found out that she had told the driver to take her to Janellen instead. She had planned to lose me in the provinces. I would have looked very foolish to the crows. As it was, my master was very impressed that I had done such a fine job of making it look like an accident. The Circle of Magi was unaware of foul play, and everyone was happier all around.
You got lucky. Yeah, you got very lucky.
I got stupid, in fact, and very lucky. It was after that when I learned that one needn't let a pretty face go to your head. Professionalism was key. That's my moral of the day, you see.
A wise lesson to learn.
And one that not everyone learns, I'm sad to say. But that's enough tale spinning from me for the moment. Talking about the mage has made me a bit nostalgic, I'm afraid. Ah, the good old days. What say you?
More. We need to get him to like us more.
By all means.
So tell me about your adventures.
Again? Well now, what might interest you, I wonder? Shall I describe the stages involved with Lanthrax poisoning? I watched a man go through all 7 once.
If you like, certainly. It sounds interesting.
No, I'll not inflict that upon you just yet. Let's see, how about the largest battle I ever took part in? That would have been the slaughter of Prince Azrin. Did you hear of that down in these parts?
You killed a prince?
Me? Not personally, but I did take part in the attack. Prince Azrin was 4th in line to the throne, you see. He started off as 11th, but worked his way up the old-fashioned method by inheriting control of an entire Crocell from his grandfather. After assassinating his way through the royal family, the king hired 3 other cells to take down Prince Azrin once and for all. I was in one of those cells.
Is this sort of thing common in Antiva?
Antivan royalty is very much bound up in the crows. You wouldn't want it run by a bunch of commoners, after all, would you? And this means they get involved in politics quite often. This particular fight nearly bankrupted the nation, I understand. It almost ended up putting a crow on the throne, a commoner. But that's a whole different story. I played a very small part.
What did you do?
My part in the entire battle was taken up trying to reach Princess Verina, who had thrown in with her brother. I killed about 11 of her guards personally before I got knocked out of a window. I landed in a river and nearly drowned. I was fished out by some urchins who robbed me blind. Made off with my boots, too. At least they didn't cut my throat. And that was my part in history.
You got robbed by urchins?
I had to find my way back to the safe house, bruised and naked, and thankful to be alive. But there you go. Tale told. Let's be off before I tell more embarrassing stories, huh?
Just +1 on that one?
By all means.
So tell me more about your adventures.
Well, the only one that's really worth telling is the story of the mission right before I came to Ferelden. But no, I would rather not. I shouldn't have said anything.
It's alright, I understand.
Thank you. Perhaps another day, huh? What say you?
Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
Tell me a little about Antiva.
Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom. Or so the saying goes.
Do you want to go back?
It's not really a matter of wanting to go back. I cannot go. At least not yet. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable?
I was born in Highever in the north.
Oh, I have never seen that place. I am sure it has its charms and its dogs. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
Now that is odd.
I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home more than anything else.
You sound like you've been away from home forever.
Oh, not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in the store window. Finest Antivan leather, perfect craftsmanship. But I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
Your home is still there, Zevran.
True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a beautiful Grey Warden, a woman who then spares my life? I could not.
Now you're flattering me.
I say you are beautiful because it is true. Should I not?
You should not.
As you wish. I apologize. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
I like you, Zevran. Damn it. I like you, Zevran, but I'm in bed with Liliana.
What say you?
Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
Let's just move on.
What say you?
I want to discuss something personal.
Oh, this should be good. What would you like to discuss?
Never mind. Okay. Done talking to Zevran. Wynn? Do you have anything?
What's on your mind?
Why did the spirit choose to help you?
I have always had an affinity for the spirits of the Fade. As a child, I never feared my dreams because I knew they were there.
I never experienced that before.
I've always been able to feel the spirits, even if I never saw them. And as I nurtured my talent in the circle, I became more sensitive. I began to notice every time I was in the Fade, whether it was in a dream or in magical practice, that I was being watched.
Do spirits watch people like that?
I suppose they must. It is these benevolent spirits that create our dream worlds in the Fade. Sometimes I would see it, a glowing, nebulous form. Most times I would just feel its presence, gentle and comforting, but somehow alien. I think it is a spirit of faith. They have never been seen before, and perhaps I am wrong. But something tells me I'm not. It always felt like the same entity. This one spirit was curious about me, and was guarding me, for want of a better word.
You're very lucky.
There were times when I was in the Fade that it seemed to stretch forth to shield me, keeping me safe. And I think it gave me strength in my most terrible battles, Ostagar being one of them.
So this spirit of faith is your personal protector.
I don't know why I was chosen. Perhaps it knew that there was something more that lay in store for me. I like to think that I was given a rare chance. and I'm going to make the best of the time so generously given to me.
I'm glad you think traveling with me is worthy of your time.
I will not lie motionless in a bed with coverlets up to my chin, waiting for death to claim me. That is not the death for me. And so I will fight alongside the Grey Warden and help prepare her for the task that is yet before her. So you had better listen to me, because I swear, if I should fall before the end and you don't seem to be doing things properly, I'll get up again to give you a good finger wagging.
I'll hold you to that promise.
You know, I think you'll be all right, even without my help.
Right. We've already talked to Morgan. Sten doesn't have anything. Alistair and Liliana probably don't have anything. Okay. Maybe Orin.
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
Oh. Good. He will fell our enemies with his stench.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
Go ahead. He is getting a little rank.
Excellent. I will get my soaps, and the dog shall have his bath after supper.
Aww. But dogs gotta get bathed. They never like bath time. He gets a good pet as he rolls around in the dirt after his bath. Alistair, you got anything?
Something on your mind? Of course.
Alright, you got nothing. Shio, you got nothing. Alright. Let's just continue on. Let's bring Zevlin,
Yes.
Liliana, and Wynn.
Yes.
We're always bringing Liliana and Wynn. Those two are always a constant. Because we need Wynn for healing, and we need Liliana because I just like her. Actually,
Braska.
Alistair,
Yes.
I worked so hard to give you that armor, and by God, we're gonna use it. So now the question is, where to next? The circle is cured. We can go get the last party member. Maybe we should do that. Go get the last party member? Brazilian outskirts, Deneram, Redcliffe. The thing is, this one is really long. This is the longest portion of the game right here, if I remember correctly. So, well, we gotta get it done sooner or later. May as well be sooner, right? So let's go. Actually, you know what? No, let's do this DLC. I really want to do the DLC, get that out of the way first. So let's do that. And if this is the DLC that I think it is, then it's actually good that I'm bringing Alistair. Thanks, Wynn. Ooh. Ouch. Alright, you gotta die.
Let's get started.
Y'all need to sit down. Oh man, you guys killed the emissary?
This should be easy enough.
Alright.
That was interesting. And draining.
What was that? Did you summon the spirit?
I called forth the spirit that sustains me, so that it could lend us aid. I did not realize it would take this much out of me. It seemed a good idea at the time, if a little rash. I think it may have weakened the spirit a little.
So you could kill yourself doing this?
Well, that's certainly conceivable. I suppose I shouldn't be using that particular trick to entertain children at parties.
I don't want you exerting yourself.
I promise I'll be careful. And thank you. Your concern is touching.
There we go. Alistair, you need to level up. Give you that. Sure, why not? Herlock Omega.
Let's get started.
Oh man.
This should be easy enough.
Got 2 more bodies to loot. There we go. Now we can continue on. I'm gonna do the no helmet thing. There. Yeah.
Let's get started.
Okay. Continuing on. Take a closer look at the unarmed man. You are surprised to recognize the uniform of King Kaelin's honor guard. A memory comes to you. You fought alongside this man at Ostagar. Take a closer look at the guards. The guards wear the uniforms of Ban Lorn, a minor lord well known and little loved for the fluidity of his allegiances. Let's join the fray. The guards wear... Oh! Shit.
That's something drawing in.
Okay. How do I get down? Here we go. Well, is he still alive? Oh wait, there's an elf root over here. Private militia. Sweet. Gotta get the death root too. Gotta get all sorts of goodies. All these goodies. Okay. Oh yeah, also I wanted to see if the no helmet thing. Yeah, so that I have to go through each one and do it. Okay, I guess that's actually kind of useful. Liliana, you can keep your helmet off. Wynn, you can definitely keep your helmet off. God, those are ugly helmets. Up close, the man's face is unmistakable. You remember him as Elric Moraine, a member of Kaelin's honor guard at Ostagar, and a close confidant of the king.
Thank you. I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly. I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man.
I tried to help.
You were there in Ostagar. You know how things went. For me, it was either this, or die in some darkspawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter.
Yes, I recognize your face.
You were there with the Grey Wardens, one of Duncan's new recruits. I was to guard the king. He was my friend, understand? Maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostagar.
It's not your fault they died.
I know. Even had Logain's men not turned their backs on us, the Darkspawn were too many. Even Kaelin, for all his bravado, knew there would be no victory at Ostagar. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the Wardens.
Do you still have his key?
The Maker has a sense of humor, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
But you said Kaelin entrusted it to you.
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please, it's probably still there.
Where?
The key's behind a loose stone at the base of a statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you'll know where to search.
You'll be taking me along, won't you? Call me sentimental, but I left behind some dark spawn that really deserve a sword through the middle.
The events at Ostagar still haunt my thoughts, Warden. If that is where we are headed, I would like to accompany you.
It is vital that the king's documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Kaelin's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
And of course he dies. After giving us the last piece of information. Okay. Continuing on. Back to Ostagar. Attack! Here they come. Oh, what's wrong, Lauren?
That makes me feel old.
And what exactly are you implying, Alistair?
What? What? Nothing. No, I just thought...
You just thought I might be an expert at feeling old and could share some sage advice.
I just mean that I was a different person then. I believed him, you know? That it would be a glorious battle that we'd win.
I did too. We were all a little bit younger the last time we were here.
Well, not you. You've always been old.
With lips like that, son, you'll be lucky if you live to be half my age.
The infirmary. Man, it's all snowed over now. Bring it on. Oh shit. Take out the emissary. Sweet. Perlex Strider, Kaelin's Greaves, Dragon Bone.
What's the
What is
matter,
that?
Alistair?
I don't know, it just feels wrong to find us here. Poured over by dark spawn and thick with their rot.
I feel it too. But he is not the first king to ever fall in battle. The first.
Yes, but this wound cuts deeper.
And it will bleed longer. But we must keep moving. No doubt the Darkspawn are eager to give us plenty more reasons to mourn.
Indeed. The Joining Chalice? Let's see here, the Joining Chalice. That's a gift for Alistair. Yeah.
Is that for me? Really? Wow. Wow!
You're welcome, Alistair. Massive constitution, oh boy. Here they come. Sit down. Genlock Forge Master. Alright, let's come back here and loot everything now. Never mind, we're still fighting. Nice. Look at all these bodies to loot. How did we manage to get here anyways? Isn't there an army of Darkspawn between us and Ostagar? Mage's chest? I guess that's if we had forgotten to loot it before, which we almost did. Royal Arms chest added. Is that this chest? No, it is not.
This should be easy enough. As you wish.
Yeah, it feels like not too long ago we were just here. Everything's all different though. It's all snowed over. There we go. Where'd these wolves come from? Man, we're just blowing through this. This armor is too powerful. This armor and weapons.
This should be easy enough.
Kill and shield. Oh, gotta go the long way around. Kill it. You're a little late on that, Liliana. Sweet. Oh, we all have level up. Okay, cool. Let me just loot all this shit first. Okay, that does nothing.
This should be easy enough.
That does nothing.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Thank you. Alright, time to level up. Let's see here. What to level up? What does magic do for warriors? Magic is the measurement of the character's natural affinity for the arcane. This attribute is crucial for mages since it directly increases a character's spell power score, which determines the potency of all spells. The magic attribute also determines how effective potions, poultices, and salves are for all classes. Oh, okay, so it just makes potions more useful if you're not a mage. Willpower, though. More willpower, more stamina. Dexterity, improves a character's chances to hit, makes the character more likely to dodge incoming blows. It contributes to the damage dealt by piercing weapons like daggers or arrows. We don't need that, really. Cunning determines how well a character learns and reasons, while skills such as herbalism and combat tactics require a quick mind to master. With an observant eye can more easily find weaknesses in enemy armor. Rogues benefit most from this statistic, as many of their class abilities and special attacks rely on subtlety and reading the target, not raw strength. Okay, willpower. Willpower it is. For that boost in stamina. And now we can start focusing on our... Actually, wait, when do we get our last specialization point? So this one's just a passive? Okay. Alright, you guys, well, I think I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. I've been the lovely Scarlet Fox. Please be sure to like the video, comment all the comments, subscribe to the channel, all that good shit. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.